Hey everybody. I've been trying to organize, tell the story to keep it in line. I freaking can't do it. 10 years ago, could have been done 10 minutes ago. Anyway, I was born October 16th, 1971, Batesville, Arkansas. I grew up, had a good life, had the best mom in the world, the best dad. Always been underlining problem to all of the life's journey underneath there in Arkansas, but I'll get to there when the time comes. But till I was 19, I was good. I was a genius. I really was. Took the IQ test at 14, was way up on it. I was freaking smart. Wished I went to be a lawyer or something. That's what I would have took up with. But I went. It's a long story. I didn't go to school that much because I didn't have to, because I was in with the teachers, and they would freaking let me take my test, not counting homework to get me. So I would come to school a couple times a week, couple days, 3 days, and I'd be fishing all the time otherwise. But they finally started a thing where if you miss 15 days in a semester, you get expelled. And, of course, my buddy was the one who went and picked up all the things from the teachers, and I got by with it till 89 days in my 11th grade year. Got kicked out, went 3 days later, took my GED, scored in the top 5% in the country on it. And the Army, Navy, and all that. Calling always been chunky, and that just wasn't it. And so I got the whim, thought, I'm going to go to college. Went to my SATs and started advanced algebra and everything the year before my class actually graduated. And God, I could have rode the computer bandwagon through the 90s with it. But my dad passed away in 91. And I don't know. I didn't even feel the home anymore. I left and went to Florida, 91. 91, I was down there for 3 or 4 years. It's hard to remember all of them. About 3. Then went to Atlanta. Had a good job doing neon sign work in Atlanta. Enjoyed it. But hell, Atlanta just got too old. I was living a little north of Atlanta, but it got too old. Had a good friend up here in Bristol, Tennessee. Come up here and checked it out. Found a cheap place. Moved up here. And I'll tell it all. Freaking, it was a journey to them, but I'm gonna take it from just from here to Bristol. That would have been 90 in the mid 90s. Up here, Mary Jane was so freaking high. I had to hook up in Atlanta. I went to Atlanta the next day, got some green, come up here, and I would ride to Atlanta every week. Get 2 pounds of green, make $1,600, put it in cans and stuff and hold it. Thank God, because it saved me through a journey. Anyway, though, found out in 99 here in the Bristol Regional Medical Center, ER, like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Mom finally got so freaking hurting. Took her to the ER and found out she was terminally ill with cancer. And therefore, the trip to Atlanta was cut off. Because me and my mom was the only family we had. That's it. Everybody else is gone. And I thought, there's no freaking way I'll ever take a chance of something happening and know my mom would be alone. So that was done. They tried to get me to put her in the hospice and stuff, and I told them, no. My mom wiped my ass and fed me plenty long enough. I'll take care of her at home. And she held on for 2 years. Her body was dead the whole time, honestly. Her mind was still there till pretty much the end. But December 13th, 2001, I went out downstairs from the hospital. She was only in the hospital a couple of days through the whole time. Last time she couldn't breathe that last day. And I swear she waited for me to leave the room. And I went downstairs for a few. Came back up. She was taking her last breath. All I could do is freaking know that was the last freaking human I had over there. And then what a lot of people don't know, I left the freaking hospital that morning. It was 11 o'clock in the morning, pouring like hell. Left up 81, Interstate 81 North. Didn't know where the hell I was just driving. Freaking going 120. Freaking got stopped by a Virginia State Trooper. What the fuck up on him? He was a big black guy. I'm not a racist, that's for sure. But I told him I don't know what the hell he wanted, but it wasn't the native folk for me. I went the hell off. He sat there listening to me, man. He was a really, really cool dude. He sat there listening to me. Made me sit in the car with him. I was there for an hour on the side of the road. He finally let me chill the freak out and head back south, back toward the house. And from there, I was always going to drive a truck. Had drove a little bit before then. I always was going to drive a truck, but I got sidetracked everywhere else. And was working at a fiberglass plant here. Look, that shit was eating me up. I was outside on break, listening in the air tonight, Phil Collins on the radio, watching the trucks go down the road. And I said, I'm freaking done with this shit. I went and called the next morning for a truck driving training thing. Because I had to get a new CDL. Went 18 days, had it rolling down the road. Freaking with a trainer for 5 days. And I was rolling. I went 2.9 accident-free miles. Freaking always supposed to be leaving on Sunday or Monday, depending on what day I come in. My last regular dedicated run, I was running Nissan parts from Nashville to Michigan. And I'd always come in on Friday morning or Saturday morning. Then that'd leave me, and I'd leave Sunday afternoon or Monday afternoon. Well, should have been leaving Sunday. One time in 6 years with them, that the load, they put it off till the next day because it wasn't full. And this was like at 12 o'clock, about 5 o'clock that day, that afternoon. I'd have been about Louisville in the big truck. I got up to go to the kitchen, broke face first, had a stroke. Freaking couldn't talk, couldn't walk, couldn't move. I could hear everything, seeing everybody doing. They freaking, this is in little Scottsville, Kentucky. They come, just blew right by their little hospital when they got me, took me to Bowling Green to the hospital. I remember, never will remember, forget the MRI deal. She asked, putting earbuds in my deal and making me shake my head to what I wanted to listen to. And I remember putting in AC/DC. It was Highway to Hell. I still look picked. But trying to get through to all the stroke started. I went from 100,000 a year to 0. And I was in the hospital 3 days. I could hear him talking about years with rehabilitation and stuff. The fourth morning, I woke up, jumped out of bed, went to use the bathroom, talking, walking, fine, no slurs, no nothing. Just a little bit of dragging in my right eye. But that was it. And I got out of the hospital the next day. I mean, it was rough. It definitely messed with my memory. It was rough. Shortly after this, find out that I have peripheral vascular disease in my left leg because it was getting where I couldn't freaking move. Went to the same ER, and they told me after they did a test on it that I was 2 to 4 weeks from losing my leg. Went into surgery that afternoon, had a double bypass stem pop done on it. Then it boiled down to I run out of the money that I had saved up from driving the truck, and I have nobody on this earth. My mom, 2001, was the last I have. I have no freaking buy on this earth. That's a family. I mean, I have none. And this is my mind. Sometimes it forgets, and just bear with me. It's freaking ridiculous. I ended up going back to my home state of Arkansas, 2014, 15. I was in White River Medical Center there for freaking probably 50 days in them 2 years. Freaking fluid was just flooding me out my lungs. I had my brain had almost completely shut down there. Died once in Arkansas. Came back. And hell, I just still, man, I'm just trying to walk. And then I got to walk and stand up without just about falling the hell over. I mean, almost every single time. So I finally just keep going to hospitals. A little bitty hospital in Heber Springs, Arkansas, on the lake there by where I was born. Little 20-bed hospital. They did a damn CT and they found a little piece bottom of my carotid. They did another one, a full one. My carotid artery was blocked all the way freaking like 6 inches down. That's what caused the stroke. Come to find out. Some of it had broke loose. But here this son of a bitch sent me at the time I had my stroke. But Kentucky, just let it go. That's the journey with hospitals I've had all across. Anyway, they found it. I went to Baptist Hospital in Little Rock, Arkansas, 2015. They slit my chest open to do a bypass on it because it's so bad. 2 surgeons, 12 hours. I was in there by myself. 39 days. Never freaking, I swear to God, I couldn't lay down for 3 months afterwards. Could not lay down. But freaking, in this world, this whole time, I've had no family and ran out of money. Fighting for my disability. You ain't did nowhere. And for some stupid psychological thing, I ain't talking nothing bad about psychological. I've been in a few of them myself. But at 20 years old, going there because you're an honorary person and say, oh, I'm bipolar, and you're going to draw a check. They get all their insurance and shit given to them. Not me, because I paid in a freaking fortune driving a truck. They won't mine. But anyway, 2015, I come back to Bristol, Tennessee to my buddy Brother Jim's here. And I got to feeling better than I had in a long time. Really. And they were still dealing with a disability. I couldn't deal. I was out of money. Had to do something. And I had that CDL. I said, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to try to freaking do what I love. 2016, went back. And because it had been so long, I had to go through this training deal with it was very small, but I had to go through this training deal with I got and stuff. Anyway, did that till May 2017, and right at the first. And I told them I'm done because it was the stupidest run company. Passable Truck Lines in Murray, Kentucky is a joke. Anyway, there I told them I'm done because I knew it was coming. I ended up finding out that I had 10 to 12 mild heart attacks. And then the major one, May 15th, 2017. That son of a bitch lasted 45 minutes long. Till I passed out and fell on the bed where I was at. I was there for 12 hours. Woke up, somehow mustered up a shower. Went to the ER here in Bristol, Tennessee. And then I ain't even got the story of me being in the hospital in Kingsport, Tennessee for 4 days before that, and them discharging me. And then this doctor at Bristol going off by seeing the test they had done at Indian Path, and didn't see that I was fixing to freaking have it. And I had it. Within 7 minutes of going in the ER, I was in ICU. They had to let me recruit 4 or 5 days. Flew me upstairs. Didn't tell me I was going to do open heart surgery for bypass. The night before, I damn near said hell with it because I was sitting right above with my mom on the floor above where my mom died in the hospital. But I went and that one wasn't near as bad as that one. But this is happening with just 6 months of my truck driving in between two. That's all I had between 2017 and 2011. And then this heart attack. And then started falling disability shit. I'm out. I can't get to where I can't breathe. I've got congestive heart failure. I got a list of all the things because I can't remember all this shit. I really can't anymore. But where, tell you what, I'm gonna hold off and regroup where I'm at now, and I'll continue with part two because I'm gonna lay the basic lay this freaking trip down, and then tell you the things that I've dealt with along the way around this country. It's freaking really awesome. It's freaking amazing. It's awesome that I'm sitting here. But it really is because I'd say, but most, I'd say 9 out of 100. If they had to deal with everything I've dealt with since 2011, basically, these last 10 years, it has got some crazy brain twisting things to throw on top of it. One of them, just to throw it in there before I pause it to part two, is after all this shit, I've been a mental wreck because I've dealt with it all alone, all this. But then I'm reminded, no, I'll wait on it. Just, there's a main reason why I'm not in Arkansas, and you'll definitely hear about it. I'll be back.